Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are back again with our very new episode. But here we are streaming live on InfoSec Girls, InfoSec Diversity, because this session we want it for everyone, not just for girls, not just for women, but for everyone, anyone who wants to learn about cybersecurity and how to get started. We started our series called Breaking into InfoSec, but this time we have Sanjeev Jaiswal and Antra Mane. So Antra would be moderating all our sessions going forward. So she's our new lead for the whole social media handling, and even she's amazing security analyst with the wonderful company. I would let her take the stage forward, and she would be the moderator for today.
Thank you so much, Vandana, for this lovely opportunity here today. I would just like to begin with a short introduction of myself. So, I've been into this field for more than two years right now, and I've been into VAPT domain. And like I've been doing VAPTs, infrastructure VAPT, like everything. I've been helping organizations to meet the security standards, help them achieve all the compliance strategies, and be compliant as per the IRDIA and ISO 2000, or whatever the uh, it fit would give for that particular organization. And I love bug hunting, as you said rightly, Sanjay, that infosec is not just like finding bugs and this thing, but we really do find this very intriguing to find bugs to help organization actually find the loopholes in their any of the applications, or maybe infrastructure or whatever, that is to help secure their network and their application as well going forward. So the same strategy we also do for mobile application as well, because we do feel like there are multiple things that people can actually just going on the internet and spreading their word with the help of all the platform that has been available in the internet. So we do help in all aspects and all the instances that we have, and help our organizations be like more secure. So that's like a short introduction of me, of what I'm doing in these couple of past 2 years, like more than 2 years. And I'm looking forward to work with Vandana more on this, guiding and helping people to, be aware of what exactly security, the terminology means, and actually help, world, or maybe any newcomers who are willing to drive their career in this particular domain. So I'm fully, in support with Vandana here, and I would like to, gain more opportunities where I could help prove myself that to be like the one who can actually lead and help people, and drive their careers as well. So that's one of the goal of my life.
Thank you, Antra. So let's come to Sanjeev, who's our speaker for today. Sanjeev has over 12 years of experience in application security, including a vast top 10, threat modeling, secure code review, and whatnot. I will let him talk about the topic and more about it, because it's interesting for me, because I've seen the slides and I've seen him speaking about the topic, and he's very passionate about it. So we'll let him take over the stage and we'll be backstage. Over to you, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, good evening, everyone, and thank you for all you guys who are attending this session on weekend, because I know weekend mood is different. But this shows like you are really interested to know more about cybersecurity. So let me share my screen first of all, so that I can directly go ahead and Chrome has last permission to capture your screen. Oh, I think there is, yeah, there is a issue with always the MacBook. So let me go ahead and fix that and come back to you.
You
Okay.
might need to restart your browser if that's the
Oh, is it?
case. Yeah, that
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
You can give the permissions and
Yeah.
security and privacy, but then you might have to do that.
Oh, okay. I was not aware of that, and I'm not seeing this option. This is a Chrome, and Chrome. I mean, I had done this screen recording and other things already, but I'm not sure if it is the
You
same.
need to give the privacy rights.
Yeah, it's not coming at all. Don't know what's problem with the Chrome, because I always do the screen sharing, and I talk with lots of people on Teams and Skype, so it should not be a problem.
StreamYard is
But
easy. You can try and give the permissions in security and privacy if it's Mac. In security and privacy, there is an option for Chrome. You just have to give
yeah,
the access and restart your browser.
uh,
That's it.
yeah, but the real thing is I'm not able to see the Chrome there itself. That's the problem. Okay, anyways, did I share the PDF with you people? I mean, is it possible for you to share the screen? And because I thought like I will share, but it looks like the problem at my end. I'm not able to see the Chrome at all.
Okay, give me one
I'm
second. Let me
try,
open it.
yeah, I'm trying Google Chrome here as well, but I don't know why it's happening. Because with Google Hangout and Teams, I'm anyways able to share it.
Okay.
Let me give it.
Probably Sanjeev will be back in a couple of minutes. While you can actually check out the new videos, new things that we are posting every day. There are so many things that we want to share, the basics that we want to share right now, especially what is MAC address, what is DNS, what is cybersecurity, how exactly tools work in different parts, what does Kali Linux. All of these we keep sharing. So that's very, very interesting.
So let me see if I'm able to share the screen now
Sure.
at least. Yeah, is it? I mean, are you able to see my
Yes,
screen
I can
now?
see it. You can see the, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay,
Perfect.
so let me close this and open my browser. And now let me start my presentation. Yeah, so hello guys, welcome back again. So this is Sanjeev, and I will be talking more about cybersecurity roadmap, as it's for beginners, but it's actually not for beginners. It's for everyone who wants to have a career in cybersecurity, or to want to understand like what is cybersecurity and what are all the job options in cybersecurity, what are all the different opportunities with the cybersecurity. So this is about me. As Vandana said, I'm having 12 years of experience in development, and now into this application security, cloud security. And I talk most about threat modeling, secure code review from the AppSec perspective, and then OWASP top 10 for developers training. And in cloud security, like I have almost 5 years of tech experience on AWS security, and from last 1 year, I'm handling Google Cloud security as well. And whenever if I have to automate or do any kind of programming, I use Python. Earlier I was using Perl. And now these are my areas of interest. Like I always love to teach and share whatever I have learned so far through different social media channels. And the main field where I want to explore myself more is DevSecOps and cloud security automation. So this is what we are going to cover today, like for whom this session is. So consider it as a awareness session, right? And then I will explain like what is cybersecurity from the official definition, and what is my definition, right? Like how far I have learned, and based on that, what I understood as a cybersecurity for now. So what are all the common skill sets that you need to get a successful career in cybersecurity? So, and what covers under this cybersecurity? So, cybersecurity, infosec, these are like, or computer security. These are now kind of interchangeable words, but they cover lots of things, right? So when you say like cloud security, or reverse engineer, bug bounty hunters, or penetration tester, all these umbrellas comes under this cyber security, right? So we'll cover that as well. And what are all the different job profile categories based on these umbrellas, based on your interest, where you can apply. Does that certification matter? So those kind of things. But I'll just go the overview, because if I start going for each of these topic, these all topics cover, I mean, needs at least 1 hour of discussion, right? So but in this 1 hour I have to cover all these things, so I will go very quick. But this will be a kind of 101 session for you guys to understand like what you are going to do if you want to come into this cybersecurity domain. So books, online courses, and after that, what you should do. So for whom this session is like, basically, if you are a college student, you are in either it's a first year or final year, does not matter. But what matters is your interest into the security domain. And then if you are fresher, when I say fresher, I consider like anyone who is having less than 2 years of experience are freshers. So you are a fresher, you are working in different domains. Maybe you are not from the security side, but you are into, let's say, QA development or even product management. But you want to come into this cybersecurity domain, and you want to understand what all thing I can do in this domain with my past experience or with my interest, right? So, or someone who wants to switch into this cybersecurity domain, or anyone who is interested into cybersecurity domain, or just curious what's there in cybersecurity. I mean, it's always good to know, like, the other fields. For example, you are a product manager, right? And you want to understand what comes under this cybersecurity. So tomorrow, if this kind of profile is given to you, at least you are aware when you talk about OS top 10, bug bounty hunter. So you know all of these key terms. So these are our key audience. So first of all, what is cybersecurity? So either you call it a cybersecurity, or basically many places I have seen it's like infosec, or it's a computer security. So these are interchangeable words. You can use any of these, but cybersecurity is like the common word that people use, which simply means, although it talks about protection of computer systems or networks from the information, disclosure, damage, or any kind of theft, but it is not limited to that, right? So even you are doing the offensive part, like the hacking part, that's also the cybersecurity. But the main cybersecurity part is you should know the internals of application, how it can be broken or how it can be mitigated, right? So both aspects. So I will not cover like what is white hat hacker, blue hat hacker, or what is red team, blue team, so purple team. You can Google out that and you can figure out like for which team what it is, right? But in overall, cybersecurity is like practice of protecting. So what you are going to protecting is like a defensive security of the critical system and sensitive information from digital attacks in a single sentence, right? So people will do the offensive attacks, and you have to do the defensive measures, right? So it can be mitigation, it can be fix, it can be patch, or it can be shutting down something, or bifurcating something from here to other places, right? So all these things comes under cybersecurity. So now, before even talking like what all things are there, first we have to understand, are there enough job opportunities? I mean, should I come here and should I learn it, and will I get a better opportunity there? Yes, I think still there are lots of companies who are looking for good cybersecurity engineers, and they are not able to find out in a proper time, right? So there are a growth of more than 12 or 13% in this field, and there are different type of job titles available. It's not just cybersecurity engineer or bug bounty hunter. They're like threat researchers, malware researchers, reverse engineers, or cloud security analyst, cloud security economist, right? So it's not just cloud security engineer. Cloud security analyst is also there. Cloud security experts are also there. Cloud security architect, or there are lots of cloud security consultant. I'm just talking one domain, cloud security. Imagine the same thing for different domains, right? And pay scale is also good there. I mean, it's like I can say above average for nowadays, unless and until you prove that you know the thing better, like you know what is OS top 10, and you know what is XSS, how you can attack it and how you can mitigate it. So based on those things, basically pay scale matters. But my as per my experience, I will say, when you are a fresher or when you are even below 5 years of experience, try to learn rather than just think about the earning thing, right? So once you learn a better way, those things will come anyways, right? So let's go ahead and look what are all the common skill sets that we would need for cybersecurity excellence. And these are my recommendations. There are many others, but first of all, you should have that hacker mindset. Like if you see like what happens with the solar winds, or what happens with this heartbleed, or when you hear about any kind of vulnerabilities, so your attitude should be like, let's deep dive it, how it happened, like why it happened, right? And what is this what they are talking about, right? And there will be chances like even after going through lots of videos and uh, blogs, articles, doing the hands-on, still you are not able to get what you were looking for. Don't give up. This is the most challenging part in the cybersecurity domain, and this is your first step in that stair. Like if you leave these things, if your attitude is not like, okay, no, I will do it, whatever, does not matter like how much I have to read or how many hours I have to dedicate for this today, tomorrow, or even for a month, but I will never give up. Believe me, you are half down. So you are basically half inside this cybersecurity fraternity. So this is one of the important, even after 12 years of experience, I still feel like this never give up attitude or attitude to deep dive gives me the motivation, like, okay, I will do this. I don't know this, but I think once after reading all these things, after doing the hands on, now I feel I can do this. Give the very detail to all the the things that is either written as a document, because sometime even just after reading the document of a website you can hack their website, right? So you have to be very peculiar while going through the in any kind of details which either a company or a software or any application has. And always be adaptive in nature. When I say be adaptive in nature means, uh, I think 5 or 7 years back, we were not aware about zero trust. We were not aware about what is like this AIML security or cryptocurrency and other things are going on. But now everyone is talking about like lots of job opportunities are there for AIML in security or cryptocurrency like Coin CDX, and there are many companies like Falcon X is one of them. They are working on cryptocurrency, right? So there are lots of jobs on cryptocurrency. There are lots of jobs on IoT security. Right? So that was not there, I think, in 2008 or 9 when I started my career. But I have to be adaptive. I cannot say like, no, I know Python, so I will not learn Go or Java. Right? If the opportunity comes up, grab that opportunity, learn it, and excel it. That's the main thing. So the second skill that I was talking about is the most underrated skill in any of this tech domain, and especially in cybersecurity. Like, you are very good at hacking, but you are not able to prove it, like when you are is it a priority one or priority two. So the mail that you're writing, right, based on that, the other party understands, like when they try age, so they have to figure out like, is it really a priority one. So what mail you should write and what you should write in a mail, so that email etiquettes or the content, the communication skills or the negotiation skill, right, those things really matter. So try to come out of this fear, like, okay, what they will think, right? What people will think about me because I'm not able to explain this, I'm not able to talk people like, those are some experts. Don't think in that case. Start from, because you are the beginner, right? When you start walking, like when the kid starts walking, they lots of time they fall, right? But after 5 or 7 years you cannot catch them, right? So think in that way, right? You will fall down, but the real challenge is you have to again stand up, right? So the soft skill is one of the important skill that I will tell you. Like, go ahead. If you think like your the communication skill is not good, improve that. If you think like your negotiation skill is not good, improve it. If you think like you are not able to write a very effective email, see what you can do to write an effective email, and with just one email your request should be accepted. Or if you are saying like this is P1, they should accept it as a P1. So what you should write in a mail, right? So those kind of skills you have to develop before even coming to this security domain. And whoever you are, I'm not talking about the other aspect like the compliance audit and other part, but still for them also it is very important. Try to understand what is Linux, especially like this Debian or RPM, because if you are into the security domain, if you are doing the technical part now or maybe later, you will use Kali Linux or a Linux platform as well, right? So try to understand the Linux OS basics. Try to understand what are the different places like /etc for what purpose it is. What is this /user/bin? What is sudo, right? And the different Linux commands like chmod, find, grep, sed, awk, or nmap, like the networking commands, right? Whois, nmap, trace, netstat, and those are the basic admin commands. So that if you get a grasp of some file, can you change the content of that file? Can you create a new file? Can you create a new directory? Can you make yourself admin, or can you change the owner of the file? So these are some basic admin commands that I would recommend you to go ahead. And then the other skill set is computer networking. I'm not saying you should be very well versed with all the networking concepts, like whatever the either osi layer or maybe TCP/IP layer. Maybe you are not that much expert, but you should understand what is public IP, private IP. When I talk about IPv4, what is the syntax that you write as a shader range, right? So what are all the common ports, like for SCP, for FTP, for SMTP, or for RDP, for MySQL, SQL Server, or nowadays NoSQL is there, MongoDB. Right? So what are all the common ports for that? Hmm? And then you understand like how this SSL or TLS connection works. So when I type google.com, I see a green lock icon at the top left in the browser. So how it came? What does it mean? How does it secure my content, right? So those kind of knowledge, I would recommend to go ahead and learn about that. Understanding LAN, WAN, or wireless network might help, but this is like very niche one. But it's good to know, like when you are having your wireless network in your house or in your office, so what is this WPA2 or 3, or what are all the encryption methodologies you should use for your to secure your Wi-Fi connection, right? Then programming basic is one of the other skill sets that I always like emphasize to the people. Still, it's a debatable topic. They say like without even going through this programming skill set, I'm at very good position, or I'm doing very well in the cybersecurity domain, and I don't deny it. Yes, you can. But when you have a programming skill set, believe me, you always have one added advantage amongst the other people with whom you are competing. So try to learn the very basics of programming. I'm not saying like you should be as good as developer, because then you would be a developer, right? You are not a security engineer, but you should be able to write a POC, write an exploit, or even you can automate few things, right? So your repetitive tasks are there and you want to automate it. So those things will not be possible without programming knowledge. Hmm? And the last one that I think is Git is now, it's a version control system. And what I see is lots of helping materials, either it's learning materials, or it's an presentations, or it's a scripts, code. All things are actually posted over Git. So you should know the very basics of Git, like how to clone it, how to use it, how to fork it, or at least how to search something if I want to know in that Git. And many of these developers, hackers, or even the companies, they have their tools available on this Git, right? Now let's go ahead and try to understand about cybersecurity umbrella. But before that, if anyone has any question, so I will try to cover it. um, does anyone has any question by now?
I think I don't see any questions right now at the moment.
Okay, okay, then I will continue from here. So
Sure.
now I will talk more about this cybersecurity umbrella, and I will not cover everything. I will cover the most common thing that you will see over LinkedIn, or even in Naukri.com, or any places, or even the people who will be talking about. So one will be they will be talking about they are web security engineers, or they are penetration testers, right? So then if you think like you are good at attacking something, or you are able to hack something in a better way, then you should go for penetration testing. But once you are into that penetration testing domain, what you should learn, try to understand the very different basics of how this web services works, like how this API works, or how these different kind of microservices are working, and how they are taking the data and how they are putting it into the database. It's those kind of request response, what you are sending as a request and what you are getting as a response. So what are all the different methods they are allowing? Is it a get post only, or it's like option put delete? So those kind of headers. So try to understand and make yourself very familiar with these headers. And then about this authentication authorization, like how you are managing your session tokens, how you're managing your cookies, right? And then how you can secure your website using this kind of tags like HTTP only or HSTS. So what is this same origin policy, or cross origin resource sharing, or even this content security policy, and how by knowing this or implementing this will secure your website in a better way, right? So that is one. And then OWASP top 10 is one of the important thing. Does not matter which domain you are going. It's a AppSec, CloudSec, or even API security. OWASP top 10. So what is OWASP? It's Open Web Application Security Project. So you can search for this in a Google after this session. It is owasp.org. That is their official website. You will find a testing guide if you want to excel a career in penetration testing or application security. Go ahead with that. If you are into that defensive side, when you have to do lots of code reviews, and you want to talk to the developers to fix them, to train them, go ahead and try to study this code review guide as well, and then try to understand the various available encoding. One of the example is base 64, right? And make yourself very comfortable with all of course there are lots of things like Kali Linux, and there are lots of tools under Kali Linux, but Bub Suite or OS Zap, I think these are the bread and butter for lots of penetration testers. Okay. And then there is a very basic difference between web security and application security. When I say web security, most of the time it is from the penetration testing, but when I talk about application security, so or any JD you see, they talk about threat modeling, they talk about secure design principle. Don't worry if you are not understanding what is threat modeling, what is secure design, what comes under this, that's fine. This is just to give you the idea, like these kind of terminologies are there, this kind of skill sets you require to go ahead and learn application security. And that's why I said, like, who all are the audience, right? So what is secure SDL? What you do in a secure code review? What you do from SAST perspective, right? What are the tools available there? What are all the automated method? What are all the manual techniques that you should learn? API security is like rather the part of application security. So whenever the developers are going to develop one of the application, and nowadays it's like either a serverless, or they use different API gateways, or lots of API calls. So this is one of the thing that you must learn. And Git is now not optional. It is like very important for you when you are choosing for application security. Now if you are the person who always tries to use either a Wireshark, or try to get into the website through different various ways of networking tools like Nmap, Wireshark, or you understand more about routers, firewalls, uh, and you understand what are all the different types of encryptions better than any other engineers, I think you are more inclined towards network security. So you should try for this network security kind of opportunities. And nowadays there are two different hotshot jobs are available in the market. One is cloud security, the other one is DevSecOps. Anyways, like you will be seeing lots of things in LinkedIn, right? So cloud security, when I talk about cloud security and how it is different from this traditional security, when explaining this itself will take 10 to 15 minutes, so I will not go ahead and in more details, but try to understand how it is different from the traditional security. Like, I know application security, I know web application security, how it is different here in cloud security, or can I use my knowledge of application security, web security in cloud security, right? So what are all the security challenges in cloud security? Like security configuration, they have their own challenges when you are having the data, when you're hosting the data, or what are all these things when you are trying to secure the data, either using encryption at rest or in transit. How this logging and monitoring becomes very important for cloud security. So those things are there. And in DevSecOps, it's like you should be good at DevOps, or you should understand at least DevOps. You understand the DevOps culture. You understand the importance of PPT, which is nothing but people, process, technology. And then you embrace, the automation. If you don't embrace the automation, it means you are still not in that DevOps mindset. So you will not be good at DevSecOps in that case. So you understand the CI/CD model, like how you can embed security in each of the stages, either it is a testing, development, integration, production, staging. So what are all the places where you should put the this security thing? Like, you will hear more about shift left approach. You will hear more about this secure code. So where exactly you should put that? Should you put it in when the code is already in production, or should you put it when this code is going to be peer reviewed, right? So those kind of knowledge are required here. And programming language is one of the important criteria in DevSecOps, and even in cloud security or in application security, right? It can be anything. Like Python is the most common and levered language amongst security professionals, but you can go with Ruby, Go, or whichever you prefer. There are many more. As I said, AI/ML security, hardware security, system security, IoT security. Or if you don't want to go ahead with lots of technical details, you want to be into non-tech side, but still you want to be into security domain. There are many skill sets like compliance, risk, or basically we call it GRC. Right, so data privacy. You can be in the risk audit, for example, ISO 27001 certification, or you can be into the risk management team. You can be into the compliance auditor team. So there are few fields, but still knowing about OS top 10, knowing about Linux commands, knowing about your communication skills problems, all these things will make you always a better engineer, better security engineer. And that is what the session is. These are the different job profile categories, like penetration testing, bug bounty hunters. And I'm just saying one title. Even with the one title, there can be different title, like senior information security analyst, or like lead information security analyst. You are like information security manager, application security manager, cloud security manager, cloud security architect, cloud security head of cloud security. You can be the director of cloud security, director of DevOps, DevSecOps, right? Data privacy officers, compliance auditor. There are lots of titles like that. I'm just giving some of the job titles so that you can search it based on your interest. You can search it in LinkedIn. You can find out the job profiles. You can connect with those kind of people, and you can apply for those jobs, right? So you see, one of the fastest growing cybersecurity skill is again application security, which I already said. Like, what are all the skill sets that you required, and then you see cloud security is there, incident response, even compliance is there. Right? Now, these are the books which are not talking about any of these cybersecurity umbrellas. Rather, they are talking about the overall cybersecurity. Like this Snare on security. Snare is a very famous person, Bruce Scanner, basically we call him, and he is a very famous personality in this security domain. You can go ahead and try to read this book. Then there is a book called Secure by Design, and also there is a book for Privacy by Design, security engineering, thinking security. These all are the books which will give you the idea, like how you can be a better security engineer always. Like, think in that way. How you can secure your house, or how you can secure a building, right? You may have a guard here and there. You can have a lots of CCTV cameras, but still there can be a lots of loopholes. How you can fix all these things? Those kind of things are being covered in Secure by Design and security engineering. And then Kevin Mitnick is like one of the most notorious hacker in his time. So these are the two books I would recommend. Go ahead and try to learn. Maybe this will encourage or motivate you to come into this cybersecurity domain, either as a penetration tester, ethical hacker, or bug bounty, or whatnot. So this is my bookshelf. Some of the books, I mean, it's like from last 12 years I'm collecting, and then how these are my collections. So most of the books will be on security, and then Perl on Python. And as I worked on AWS, so there will be lots of books on AWS. I have reviewed lots of books from Pacty and Manning, so those books are also available here. Now, certification may be, a gate pass for you, like just like, HR will always ask, like, are you certified, are you, CISSP certified, or are you this AWS security certified. This helps to choose them, like at least you are aware about this. But I don't feel like security is any kind of blocker for you. If you have the knowledge, you can go ahead and apply for that job, and you can happily work there. But certification might have advantage somewhere. So it depends upon you. There are some costly certifications from SANS as well, so which I always tell people, like, if your company is sponsoring, go ahead and do that. That also gives you, people know and aware, like, okay, this guy is CISSP certified, this guy is, OSCP certified, this guy is EGP80 certified, or like from eLearn Security, that's there, and that guy knows about DevSecOps, right? So that's there. And this is like, there are few uh, uh, certifications which are like, very much in demand. One is like CISSP, and from audit side it is a CISA. CEH is still in number 4, and like in top 10 always CEH comes in. And then CCSP is from cloud security perspective. Now there are, now how you can learn all these things, right? Either you can go through books, blogs, YouTube channels, and there are mentors and networkings and lots of things. There are lots of online courses, free or paid, available from different websites like Coursera, Udacity, EDX, acloud.guru, or security tube, or maybe penetration tester academy. They have like attack defense lab, or there are lots of labs like that, like hackthebox.eu, try hack me. And even Flexmind is also trying to come up. It's like a very new startup, and they are trying to uh, teach the people from the practical experience rather than from the theoretical part. Okay, so networking is the key. When I say, like, of course, as a fresher, maybe you don't know lots of people and whom to follow, whom not to follow. I would suggest go ahead and connect with like OWASP sites, or OWASP besides, and then null chapters, OWASP chapters. There are lots of things. Job mailing lists are there from null group. And attend international conferences or national conferences like DEF CON, Black Hat, NullCon. There are lots of things like this. And try to write a blog and articles, or somewhere go ahead and create a contact list in a LinkedIn or in a Twitter. Follow them, and see like what they are doing, how they are doing, and how they become the known personality in their domain. Try to follow them, and try to find a mentor for you. So this is what happens when you start any career, not just cybersecurity, any career. You feel very energetic, and you try to learn lots of things in maybe first few months. And then when you go ahead and look over the outside world, and you feel like, oh my god, I don't know anything, right? So that's the step 2, like where you question yourself whether you actually know. And then you calm down to very insecure zone, when you see like, no, I don't know this much, I'm just giving up. That's the reason I said never give up. Now the main step is your fifth step. Once you decide, whatever happens, I will ask this question, whatever happens, I will learn this, I will clear this certification, I will clear this job, right? I will go ahead and learn whatever is required for this cloud security. I will learn Linux, I will learn Python. Nobody can stop me to go ahead and get this cloud security job, right? And believe me, once you reach that level 5, after that there is no comeback. So for me, with my personal experience, it took me 2 years to shift from the development background to this cybersecurity background. And even my the interest was to come into this cloud security. I started from penetration tester, and then moved towards this application security, and then moved towards cloud security. So you always have to think in that aspect, and always have a plan for 2 to 5 years down the line, right? So this, just like how you do for mutual funds. So I think I'm done here by now. So these are my social channels. You can follow me over GitHub. You can follow me over Twitter, or you can just connect with me in the LinkedIn as well. Okay, thank you. If you guys have any question, now I'm open to take any questions.
Thanks, Sanjeev. There's someone who has a question. I will let
Okay,
Antra take that up for you.
yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll start. If I can pick up only one book, which one will you recommend?
Yeah, it should be security engineering. That's the one big, or maybe thinking security. Any of these, you go ahead. But again, it all depends like from which background you are coming, right? So if you are a developer, there is a book by Neil Daswani, which covers like as a developer what you should know about cybersecurity. But if you are coming from a QA background, maybe there will be a different book. So it all depends. But if there is one book for everyone, there is a book called Thinking Security.
Great. Thank you so much. I think that's the only question that we have for now. But
Okay.
I'm sure this session is very, very helpful for people around. And personally, there are new things that I've learned from it. So it's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
So
much,
if
Sanjeev.
if
Yeah,
anyone wants to go ahead with my GitHub repo, here is a GitHub repo which explains more about this awesome AWS security. Or I'm creating lots of repos for Python learning for beginners, and I'm trying to cover up what are all the whatever the cyber security umbrella that that I explained here. So all these things will be there under this cyber security skills career roadmap, and all the like you want to learn AWS security, so that kind of security study plan will be available here, and all my security presentations will be here. So I would suggest for the people who are active on GitHub, go ahead with my title github.com/justcs and try to either star it or bookmark it, and you will see like lots of things coming up in this year. Like, that's my target. Yeah, yeah, over to you, Vandana.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining today. It was amazing to have you. It's always amazing to learn from you. And we will be looking for second episode as well. I know you have so many things to share.
Yeah, thank you. I will surely try to go ahead and come up with like there are lots of topics on this which I want to cover. For example, if you want to make a career over this application security or just about cloud security, I don't want to worry about other things. What I should do. So maybe there can be a 45-minute to 1 hour session on like how to make a career in cloud security, or what are all the study plans to go ahead and get a good job in cloud security or DevSecOps or anything, right? So or maybe there we can have a kind of Q&A session on certification versus skilled personality, right? So like certification versus MS degree. So those kind of things, like we can have the discussions on those things. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sanjeev, for joining today. We're glad to have you.
Thank you, Vandana, for giving me the opportunity to go ahead and explain all about this. And I'm sure this, at least college students and fresher, will find it very useful. And if they have any questions later, please either, I mean, I know like you are very much capable of answering them, but if you don't find much time, you can, read out to me as well. So together we can try to help them in whichever possible way we can do. Okay, and thank you guys for attending the session. This was I can understand this is a weekend and it's a very tough like for them to go ahead and attend at especially in the night. But yeah, good to see you people. Yeah, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.